What's going on, people? Welcome to the United Stand. Welcome to another episode of the Flex and Rants show. Rants actually is here with us. He looks like he's just on his phone, not caring that he's actually live on a stream right now. But you know,
man's here, bro. Man's here, fam.
What you say, man? How you doing? Just keeping well. Just doing your gaming thing. You're just trying to keep the mind active. How are you after conning me out of the quiz, making me finish last and that?
I'm fine, bro. That is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. I always back myself in those kind of situations. I can't lie.
Yeah, we lost to Goldbridge because he's old, isn't it? That's
yeah, but rough. It was the age, bro. It was the age that beat, man. Still, that's why. Bro, listen, man. Mark got over 10 years on me. I was never gonna beat him. I was never gonna beat him, innit? You know what I'm saying? But it's calm anyway.
100%. Hope you guys are all doing well at home. Obviously, we're doing this live once again. Smash a like on the video and get your questions in the comment section as per usual. But we're going to do something a little bit different. Yeah, we get to keep talking about Pogba and all of this stuff and some of the same themes that have been going on. But Rants, I want to do a free in, free out. I'll start with you. Ideal free in, ideal free out. You guys get involved in the comments as well. Let me know. If I say to you, Rants, the transfer window's open. You need to move 3 players on, and you need to bring 3 players in. Who you go with?
Well, I'll get rid of Pereira.
On a loan or just
No, you can dip, fam. Are we talking about if we're talking about guys like in the actual main squad that man don't need?
It's whichever you. If I was to say to you, you've got it's the transfer window now. You've only got 3 ins and 3 outs, so you have to choose where best to use them.
Cool. Well, Chong can leave because there's talk of him leaving, and I don't rate him anyway. Do you know what I mean? And
so just sign a new deal, but that's the first thing you do, get him up.
Yeah, well, I'll dip him anyway, bruv. Like, you know, bruv, honestly, yeah, I don't even know why man got the new deal.
I swear Rants would just bankrupt our club, you know. Man just signed big deal. They might have to pay him if you're going to make him leave now.
Yeah, but bruv, I just wouldn't have given it to man. I don't even know why we begged him to stay, bruv. He hasn't even done anything. Like, with all due respect, he's not done anything that's shown me that man deserves a new deal. Because when Ollie did give him his chances, he's died, bro. Like, every single game, Ollie's giving man a chance, he's died, bruv. Name me one game where Ollie's put him in and he's done anything that says, right, give him more money. I haven't seen it, personally. Do you know what I mean? Like, bare people will be like, oh, yeah, like, I got agendas against, like, Dan James and that, bro. But guess what? Yeah, at least he showed me something, yeah? So I know there's something there. I just don't think it's good enough. Chong, I ain't seen anything, bro. So I wouldn't have given him a new deal. Do you know what I mean? Like, the obvious one would be to say Pereira and Lingard. But Lingard, I wouldn't get rid of him. I'd get rid of Pereira. I'd keep Jesse.
Why would you keep Jesse?
I just think that there's different levels to why I would keep Jesse, bro. 1, I feel like there's definitely more to get out of him. 2, for the changing room as well. Like, do you know what I mean? He's a man lad. Like, you can tell that he's highly respected, highly regarded in the dressing room. How he looks after Rashford, his relationship with Pogba and that, bruv. Like, sometimes it's about more than football. That's why some people were saying, right, that's why they wouldn't get rid of Mata. Do you know what I'm saying? But for me, I don't see Juan Mata as a big personality. He's not in it. Like, they would miss him because he's an older head, but I don't think he's a big personality that would be massively missed the way Jesse would be missed. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't get rid of him. Third player,
you don't think that Mata would be like a Mr. Nice Guy? Everyone loves having him around, like a big part of that dressing room.
Yeah, but who really cares, bruv? Only De Gea would probably miss him, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And if that was the case, I'm not keeping him just to keep De Gea happy. De Gea's been miserable for like 3 years, bruv.
I think you need to put some respect on Mata's name, and I think
I don't know, bruv. Do you know what I mean? His personality doesn't strike me as that. Do you know what I mean? I think he's just a guy like that. If you're playing chess, you'll have him on your team and that. Do you know what I mean? But
all right, so you've gone with Chong out.
Pereira out, and Chong Pereira and the third. I don't know who the third would be, bro. Like, who would I get rid of? It's a hard one, bro. Because
you got Phil Jones there.
There you go. There you go. That's not hard, actually. Phil Jones, bro. I didn't even know why that should have been my first one. Phil Jones can get, bro. And I think we need a centre back. We need a DM. And we need a right winger. That's who I'd bring in, because I'd keep Agallo in it. Like, I wouldn't bring in a first choice striker, because I think Martial and Rashford together, like, we need that partnership in the team, innit? It doesn't matter who plays in what position. Them two together is better than anything that realistically we could bring in. Do you know what I mean? One player, like, nah. So yeah, Phil Jones could dip. I'd get a centre back.
So who's the 3 that you're actually bringing in? I know you talk about positions, but give me individuals. So Sancho's obviously what?
Sancho's right wing.
Right. Yeah.
I'd bring in Samari at CDM, yeah, and Matic, we've got him already, bruv. He's experienced, 30, 31. Do you know what I mean? He would start for me in CDM, but I'd bring in a young CDM, yeah, to grow into the position. And Samari, like, he's valued at like £25 million. He probably costs about 40 million euros, innit? He's not expensive, bro. And I'd bring in like a young-ish centre half as well, bro, like to cover Eric Bailly. You know what I mean? And have Lindelof there, get rid of Phil Jones, bring the age down, probably Ruben Diaz or something, and get rid of Phil Jones, bro. And then I just bring in them three. Like Diaz will cost probably about 40 million euros as well, which ain't expensive, bro. Maybe 45. Do you know what I mean? Maybe 50, but either way, like 50 million euros, 40 for Samari maximum. Like that's 90 million euros, and then Jaden's probably gonna cost like 110. That's 200 million, innit? For 3 players. And I think we got a squad that could challenge, bro.
Some people, I think it's Jeff Franklin in the comments. He says he'd get rid of Sanchez, Mata, and Jones. Sanchez, we didn't just speak about Sanchez because he's going to come back. You know, would you put him as one of your outs, or keep like I know we discussed about.
But I heard but then maybe I could swap Chong for Sanchez then, because I forgot about him as well, bro. Like, he hasn't played for us for time. Bro, as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't play for us until I see him in the squad. Like I haven't seen him in time. I ain't seen him in ages, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's why I didn't remember Phil Jones either, because he ain't played for us for so long. I was like, bro, who? I'm thinking about man I see in the shirt, innit? You know what I mean? So, I wouldn't get rid of
Robo was on loan. Yeah, African Persian says
he was gone.
No, he's on loan. Gone back to Argentina.
Bro, we're on this wasting this money, bro. Bro, it must be cheaper to just terminate man's contract. I think it's just because they just don't want to pay the money up front, innit? That's all it is. Just terminate it, bro. Like, how's Rojo still playing for us? Like, just nah.
I know. There was a good comment there, actually. It was from can't see where it's gone. I'll come back to it. Another super chat in there. This is from Extras. He says, do you think Ji-Sung Park is the United legend?
I don't think so, but you know what I mean? The way a lot of men talk about Ji-Sung Park here is like man was bloody son blood. You know what I mean? He wasn't, you know, like that. But it's romanticizing, innit? Like, he was a good squad player, innit? But he ain't any more a legend than Fletcher is, bro. You know the ones there. Fletcher's not a legend for me. Like, there's some what they call like cult heroes and that. That's what them man were. They were just favorites. They were not legends.
Yeah. Bro. I think the word legend is used quite loosely, like how the term world class is used loosely. Bro. I think Park at that time was an important squad player.
But even then, people weren't really bigging Park up when he was playing. People want to give man their flowers when they're dead and that, yeah. When Park was playing for us, yeah, and he worked. Listen, Fergie bought him as a winger, yeah, and he was rubbish, innit? So he moved him in field. Let's be honest, bruv. Man brought him as a winger, remember?
Yeah, but he played left. No, but Park could play left wing, right wing.
He could, but he wasn't
centrally. That's where he played most.
Yeah, he played centrally most, but we bought him as a wide player, bro. And he couldn't. He was nowhere near like a Giggs or something. So man moved him inside for his work rate, bro. Like,
but that's what legends are. That's what it's saying. When you say like Giggs and stuff like, that's what I class as legends.
Giggs is a legend. You can't put Park in the same conversation. He's of course hero.
But I think but there's no disrespect to that, because there will be some people saying, "Oh, put some respect on Park's name. Look at these guys not showing any respect."
Bro.
It's not 100%. And the thing is with Park is that I think you have to put context on it. I think in certain games he was brilliant. He was one of the first names on the team sheet in certain games, because Fergie knew when to play in Park.
Champions League away from home, Arsenal away. All these games, yeah, you're starting your Fletchers, you're starting your Parks. But if you're at Old Trafford, do you know what I mean? Like against most teams, you're not starting these man, bruv. And when they were in the team, nobody was like, "Oh, why isn't Park playing?" No, nobody, man. So now he's not playing no more. Everyone's on this romantic business. He was good for what he was good for, innit? But that's what he was. He was a squad player like John O'Shea and all the rest of them, man, bruv. And you
good squad players, very good squad player. Yeah, very.
But John O'Shea, you wouldn't say he's a legend either. So there you go.
This is I think sums it up pretty well, actually. This is a comment here. Who's put it on screen there from OG. My God, says Park and Fletcher were engines. They weren't world class, but were very important and versatile. Very similar to how Fred is seen now.
Yeah,
I agree.
I
think Fred can maybe play a little bit more than those two.
Yeah, he's got a lot more quality. Like,
and Fred's probably not as versatile as the likes of John O'Shea.
But I think he is. I think that Fred could play left back. I think he could play left wing back because of his engine. He could play defensive mid. He could play attacking mid. I think
You
that
think?
Fred
You think?
could
Fred,
be.
no, I don't think Fred could play left, like across the
Are
back
you
four.
mad, bro? Bro, he could play left back. Are you mad?
You reckon Fred could play left back?
You think Brandon can play left back, but Fred can't. And Fred's better on the ball, and Fred's got pace. He's got everything.
He's
bro.
better on
And
the ball,
he's
but
rapid.
I think if he played left back, maybe for like a game or so. But
Well,
I
there
think
you go.
would,
But that's what versatile
but
means,
not.
bro. I'm not saying he could play left back for the whole season, but he's got pace,
I would
he's
say
good on the ball,
versatile
and he
means
can
you could
tackle.
do it more than once. Like John O'Shea's versatile because you could say to him, "But I need you to play 15
Bro,
games at left back or
if
right back
Saka
or centre
can
half."
play left back for Arsenal, yeah, and he's not a left back, then Fred can play left back, bro. Like
So
absolutely.
you think Fred's bombing past people, whipping in crosses,
bro,
and not getting stemmed defensively?
Fred can run with the ball, and he can cross if he needs to cross, bro. Rojo played left back, bro, and he's better than bro.
But Rojo's a big unit and solid and mad.
You don't have to be big to play left back. Saka's like 5'6" or something, bro. Like you just need to play in the right system. Fred could play left back if he had to. Absolutely,
Okay,
bro.
Comments. Let us know. Do you guys think that Fred can play left back? Mark Goldbridge is. I think is Mark. Goldbridge,
Happy birthday as well, blood. This man,
yeah, I think it's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, but same thing, blood. You know them as we're not doing the show tomorrow. You know like that. You know like that.
Yeah.
Today, tomorrow, next week, blood. It's my birthday next week, and guess what? I'm still gonna be in this house.
Mark Goldbridge says Rants isolation deepens. I don't know if he's saying because the left back situation with Fred. Wanada says LOL Fred at left back. Jeff Franklin says I wouldn't trust Fred at left back. Nash United says Flex can't play left back. Got another super chat here. Oh, where's that gone? Trying to find it. Where's it gone? Let me get to it. Here we go. This is from Jack Webb. Ranch, do you think Fred can play as CDM next year? Also, why is Oli not playing Fosu Mensah? Guy is a tank.
Bro, we don't even know if he's fit. You know the ones there. Like we don't even know if Fosu Mensah is fit. We saw that he can play CDM and centre back under LVG, but again, it comes down to systems, isn't it? Systems are very important in football. Yeah, if you don't understand football, you won't get it. Do you know what I mean? But look when Leicester won the league, bro. That man had Danny Drinkwater in centre mid, bro. Dead baller. Went to Chelsea, can't get a game. Now he's at Aston Villa somewhere, but he won a Premier League at Leicester because the system. And he was next to Kante, bruv. Does that mean he's good? No, it doesn't, bruv. Same with Jordan Henderson. Looks good in that system at Liverpool, yeah. He's another Danny Drinkwater, fam. Like, next to...
he's better than
bruv, he's another Danny Drinkwater,
no,
he's another
listen,
Danny
I don't
Drinkwater.
agree with this player of the year stuff and all this
he's
stuff.
Not, bruv, the fact that he's even in the conversation for player of the year is a joke.
He's better than Danny Drinkwater.
He's not better than Fred, blood. I'm just saying, innit? It was an example. I'm not saying side by side they're the same baller, but I'm saying the same thing goes for it, bruv. He's in a better oiled machine than Danny Drinkwater, bro. You know what I mean? That's why he looks like that, bro. He's not better than Fred, bro. He's not. Like, if Fred's not in your Premier League team of the year, you're smoking, bro. Because he has to.
No, but then is Ndidi not better than Fred? You can say he's been better than Fred in that position. So he is, but
on form.
Then again, he's been injured for a bit.
Exactly. On form this season, he hasn't been. It's just like Ndidi's been better than Kante for the last 2 years. On form. Some people would say indeed he's not better than Kante, but on form, man's been better than him for a while.
Nash _ United says Fred is a squad player. If you want to be a team challenging, you need to sign a CDM.
Yeah, because Fred's not a CDM. So that's what I said. He's a box to box like Pogba, and he's not better than Pogba. So of course he's a squad player. Do you know what I mean? But right now, he's one of our best midfield players. But I still wouldn't start him with Pogba and Bruno. I'd start Matic. I said that already from the jump. Okay.
No, I hear you. We're up to over 1,600 watching, guys. Keep pushing. Smash a like on the video as per usual. Let's see if we can get up to 2,000 watching live. That would be great. Keep super chats coming in as well, and we'll get them up on the screen for you guys. Rants, if I was to say to you, let's do like a little, let's say, I don't know. Where would they be in 5 years? Yeah, let's go through not the whole squad, but let's just pick a handful of players and say where will they be in 5 years. So I'll fling a couple of names to you, cool, and we'll discuss where they'll be in 5 years, and I'll have my opinion as well. Yeah, you guys get involved in the comments as well. Let us know whether you agree or disagree as well. Let's go. All right. I'm going to start with Mason Greenwood.
Manchester United, number 9.
Man United, number 9. Calm, happy, like in there, main guy.
Yeah, 5 years. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 5 years. Where would Martial be? I think Greenwood.
Tony would be 28. Tony would be like 28 or something like that. 28, yeah. At 28, I could see Tony probably moving on. Do you know what I mean? At that age, bro. Van Nistelrooy moved on like around that time. You know them ones. I just think that Tony will do what he needs to do here, then he will probably move on, go somewhere else. His last contract won't be with Manchester United. Tony will go somewhere else. He's French.
Yeah, I think Mason will still be an integral part of the first team. Will he be the main number 9? I see United just by the way it goes. I just
unless
see
we sign Harry Kane
going for going for a big name.
Unless we sign Kane, we'll keep Mason, I think.
Yeah, people saying they can barely see me on there. I don't know why. I don't understand why that is. My Wi-Fi has been solid. I've been doing these videos all the time, and
it looks a bit blurry.
What's going on? Yeah, I don't know.
A bit blurry.
I don't know what's going on here. Bear with me, guys. Not really nothing I could do there. Everyone's saying Flex is on 3G. Do you know what I mean? I've done the quiz with you, like everything fine. We done this last week, everything fine. I don't understand. Maybe there's too many people in the house using the Wi-Fi at the minute. So apologies about that, guys. Hopefully it comes back. Or I could just hotspot it from the 4G. We could try that actually. Let's go with Martial Rants while I try and fix this.
Yeah, see, Martial in 5 years. Who knows? Do you know what I'm saying? He could be anywhere. I think he'll be at another club in Europe, still playing at the top level, probably playing Champions League football. But I think just like I said with Rude and them, man, when they get to a certain age, probably go somewhere else. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, you don't. What? So you? That's what you think? You don't think he would?
I don't think he'll have another. I don't think he'll have another contract after this one at United. I don't think so. Do you know what I mean? I just think that he'll get an opportunity to go somewhere. But also, it depends on what United are doing. If we're winning trophies and that, then it's a different story. If United in the next 5 years are like the last 5 years, I don't see him hanging around for another contract. So there's so many different variables. But I just think, I don't know, as good as Martial is, I don't think he gets the respect he deserves in it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he dips, bro, to be honest, like after this contract.
It's a good one. Pogba.
In 5 years, Pogba, Real Madrid.
Definitely not United.
How old is Pogba now? Like he's 25,
27, 26, like that.
He's 26. Oh, yeah. I think Real Madrid.
So what would he be then? He'd be like 30,
31. Yeah. Real Madrid. I think he will make that move eventually. He has to.
Let's go with Rashford.
Yeah, he'll still be here, bruv. Like, he'll finish his career at United like Giggsy, man.
Think he'll be a one-club man?
Yeah, I do, man. I think that there's too much of his brand is just built around this club, man. Do you know what I mean?
He loves United as well. Yeah, like, you know, one of the players where like just seeing him in another shirt, you just couldn't even envisage.
Yeah, it won't happen. You know what I mean? And if it does, it'll be after he's done. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's
go with Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere. He can't go nowhere now. Do you know what I mean? He's moved from one English club to us. Like, I can't see him going anywhere now. Do you know what I mean? This will be his last big club. And then after that, maybe if he gets to an age where he's not good enough, like what Rio done, end up at QPR or something. You know them?
Yeah.
I think, I could only see him probably going back to Crystal Palace or something like that.
And he looks like he could be our right back for the next 10 years.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I'd say, or at least, well, maybe 10 years is a bit much, but he's definitely got longevity there. Like, he looks,
barring injury, like, I don't see anyone getting nowhere near him, and he looks like someone that will look after himself. So he'll be able to play into his like early 30s. I'll say to about 32, like quite comfortably, I think.
Yeah. Lincoln, Jack Domney says, the day Pogba is a guest pundit on Sky Sports alongside Souness, also flanked by Evra, will be a good day. Imagine that. Imagine Pogba being a Sky pundit. Jesus, that'd be mad. Where will Phil Jones be in 5 years?
At Rotherham or something.
What, as manager? Player manager.
Dead baller, bro. Like, did you see the thing with Pogba the other day with the own goal thing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Phil Jones." Yeah, bro, man, don't rate Phil Jones even at the club, bro. It's peak, bro. I just don't even know. But man, your your own guys are laughing at you, fam. Done a sport Bible thing. There's an own goal, and he goes, "Oh, teammate most likely to score that," and he just said Phil Jones without even thinking.
Because it's true.
It's mad, bro. Yeah, Phil Jones is a nightmare, bro. Yeah, he'll be playing like in the championship or something, I think. Or maybe he'll be in America.
Where's David De Gea gonna be?
Sipping sangria on the beach, blood, in 5 years, isn't it? What, like, Big Dave's what, like 28? So,
yeah, he's obviously coming 28, 29. Keepers can go to like about 40.
Yeah, he can.
He can do a Buffon. I think he'll do a Buffon and play for ages.
I don't. De Gea doesn't look to me like someone that loves it that much that he would just prolong his career. Like, he'll just go back to Spain and chill, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He just looks mad moody to me, fam. I feel like you see out the contract and that. As soon as he's not like Spain number one at a club, he'll just give it a rest. I don't see him going and being a number 2 anywhere, bro. Or I don't see him dropping down and going MLS. Like, you know, he don't need to, bro. Goalkeepers make money now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not doing it for the love of it, might as well just become be a pundit. Like, nah, do you know what I mean?
This is from Jack Webb. Thanks for the contribution. He says, "Will Sancho come if we don't get Champions League? Will Ollie's lack of tactical knowledge stunt our squad's potential with no clear identity/system?" And the third question is, how long will Pogba stay at United? So the first one, will Sancho come if we don't get Champions League?
Yeah, he will. Like, he's agreed to come, thinking that we don't get it. There's no way in Sancho's head he's thinking, right, I'm coming to Champions League football. He's just like, I'm coming to Manchester United, isn't it? If we can get Pogba and Zlatan with no Champions League, we can get Sancho, bro. Like, he's a kid, innit? He's got loads of time to play Champions League. It's not like Sancho's 27.
But he could literally be like, am I taking a step down? But then the step down thing is like, because Man United is still such a big club, and what he's coming into, you could argue it's a step up in terms of stature, in terms of the role he's gonna have. Like, he's literally gonna be poster boy, number 7, like
it's a step up, bro. It's a step up. Bruno, was captain of Sporting and that, and he come to Man United, and his profile went through the roof, blood.
Definite step up, yeah.
Because it's not just you're not just big in your country, you're big all around the world, innit? Like, Jadon Sancho, like, when he comes to United, like, he'll see the size of the club. Like, his profile will be massive. Like, he'll end up being like the poster boy for England almost immediately, just because of the way he plays, bro. Like,
100%.
He has to be. He has to be, bro. He's the most talented player that we've got right now.
The second part of Jack's question is, will Ollie's lack of tactical knowledge stunt our growth potential with no clear identity or system? Clearly, I think he believes that there's no...
Yes, it will. That's why I said that he can only take us so far. There's a ceiling for Ollie, innit? No matter what players he gets in, there's a ceiling. We don't know what that ceiling is. The ceiling won't be Premier League. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he don't have that. But do you know what I mean? There will be a ceiling for sure, but I don't think it will stunt like the progression of individual players. I just think it will stunt the progression of the team. And actually, maybe certain players won't improve as much as they would have under a better coach. Maybe, but they'll enjoy playing their football in it, which is what we're seeing now.
Because to be fair to Ollie, you know, I always look at this side of it. I wouldn't say he's not stunting Martial. He's not stunting Rashford. He's not stunting. These players are playing well.
But it depends on how
Frank's playing well. It depends on Tomini's playing well.
It depends on how you look at stunting, innit? Because you can say, like, for me, since LVG, we haven't had a coach at Manchester United, innit? And Rashford hasn't improved since then. Martial hasn't improved since then. They're playing with a bit more freedom now, but actually their movement, their knowledge of the game, like their positional awareness, none of that's improved, bro. Like, they still look young, and they're not young, bro. Like, in football, 22, 23 is not young. It's not young. 17 is young, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, if they've been coached for the last 4 years, I believe they'll be well ahead of where they are now. You just have to look at Sterling. I keep telling guys. You know what I mean? He hasn't improved technically under Pep Guardiola, but Pep's got into this, bro. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason why man is saying that Sterling's ahead of Rashford. But Rashford technically is well clear of Sterling, bro. But Sterling's understanding of the game is far superior to Marcus's, and you can't buy that, innit? So every year you're with a dead manager, you're losing out on a year of that. Do you know what I mean? So that's how you can look at it as stunting progress, bro. Like, it just depends. But I don't think it's stunting as in, right, like they're not developing because you're playing them out of position or you're not getting the best out of them. I just think he doesn't have anything more to offer them other than picking them.
How long will Pogba be at United for? Was the last part?
Another couple of years, I think. another couple of years and then he'll leave. I think we'll get
I think
we'll get
you
another
think 2?
Yeah, I think we'll get another couple of seasons out of him still.
I think 1. I don't know. I don't think we'll get 2.
Bro, you thought he was going this summer.
I do. And he still might. I don't know. There's still something in me that thinks maybe, but I'm more, to be fair, where I was almost certain he was going to. Obviously, with what's happened with everything now, and then Ollie kind of saying it as well. All right, maybe I've got to kind of think it's the meter's more swinging towards him staying, but I still don't think it's like the romantic story is going to be there where he's going to stay for another 3 more years and make it. We're going to win stuff with him. I think he will be gone after next season.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see.
This is off topic. Says Lincoln. Jack Dummy says, who managed to watch WrestleMania? I watched it. Well, I watched little pieces of it, just little clips and that. I didn't even know they did it.
They done it over 2 days or something like that.
Yeah, and just no fans there. That was a bit mad, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Vince is like, it's paper, fam. You know them. He said, "What? Cancel this? Are you mad, fam? Man can watch it online and still get bread."
Yeah,
I respect it. I respect the hustle. I didn't watch it though.
Yeah, 100%. At least they still gave the fans what they wanted to see. We're up to 1,800 watching it, 1,900 pretty much. Let us get up to 2,000, guys. Keep smashing a like on the video. Keep sharing. And I love that. I really do. What's this? JD Gomez says, Ranch, you're starting to sound like Souness on Ollie. Come on. Marcus himself has gotten more goals thanks to Ollie's teachings.
What penalties, bro? Get out of town, bro. Ollie taught him how to take penalties. Did Ollie take penalties?
All of his goals ain't been penalties.
Bro,
give him some credit.
Bro, the man scored 9 pens, bro. Like, let's not, bro. Remember Andy Johnson when he banged like 12 pens, bro? Get out of town, bro. Marcus Rashford's goal scoring record without penalties or set pieces, because he scored a free kick as well. It's not great, bro. Like, stop it. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you man are saying that Martial's been playing whack and he's got more goals from open play than Rashford. Like, let's not do this. Do you know what I mean? Let's not do this, bro. Like, you can't tell me that Ollie's responsible for Marcus Rashford scoring penalties now. He's not, bro. Like, come on now. Like, man, speaking facts, innit? Like, it is what it is. There's no romance in my heart, bro. Like, when it comes to this no more, bro. Like, there's no room for sentiment in football or business, and football is a business, bro. Like, this is it. You know what I mean? If you're owner of Manchester United and you really want Manchester United to go back to winning things, or if you're a fan and you want United to go back to winning things and you genuinely believe Ollie can get you there, you're deluded, bro. That's it.
I hear you. I want Angel Gomez. Yeah, Angel Gomez. Do you think he's going to sign?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to sign? Because it's like, I don't understand why he hasn't been given that much chances. You talk about Chong getting an extension, not based off great form, obviously based off potential for the future or trying to see what he can do.
He ain't got more form. He ain't got more potential than Angel, bro. I don't think that Ollie's not playing Angel here because he hasn't signed the deal. I think Ollie's not playing Angel here because he don't appreciate him. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Because I think Angel will sign a new deal, but if I was him, I wouldn't, innit? And he's a player that I'd like to see stay and do well, but under Ollie, he's not going to get the chance, innit? Like Ollie, I just don't get it, bro. You know what I mean? I know why Ollie's not picking him, yeah, and it's bollocks, innit? To be fair. So, like, Angel's our most talented player, bro. Like, out of the crop of them. Like, easily. So, it doesn't make no sense how he's not getting game time and Chong's being given multiple chances and hasn't done anything and got a new deal. But then when it was their turn to offer Angel a deal, they're offering him some stupid 1-year extensions and stuff like that. Disrespecting, man. Like, he's not captain for the national team and the reserves. They're taking a piss, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, I wouldn't sign. I wouldn't. I
hear you. People saying that the Wi-Fi is good again now. I don't know what happened there. Apologies. Like I said, I've been in the same place where I've done the Dini interview last week. All the other Flex Around shows we've been doing and other stuff, the quiz, and it's been fine. So all of a sudden it decides to do this. And obviously right now I can't exactly be calling Sky around the place to come fix it, you know, because they ain't going to come. So it's crazy. Yeah, I just think with the Angel Gomez thing, I just, before we have to make our minds up properly, yeah, like, I just want to see more of him at this level. Like, I'm not going to say, I know 100% he's going to be this and he's going to be that. I would just like the chance to to be able to see for myself. Like I almost feel like we're being robbed or deprived of the chance to truly judge him. Do you know what I'm saying? Can't just write man off. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I know Chong's got a few more opportunities, and yeah, the games he's come in this year, I think the best he played was probably Wolves away, where he started. He did okay in that game, but Astana at home, Rochdale at home,
Man getting hooked at
away.
half time in games and shit. Bro, allow it, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? I've got a new deal out of that. That's how I know, that like these things are not being given out on merit, innit? They're not. Because everything I've seen of Chong tells me that he's not ready. He's not ready for the big boy football. When he plays for the reserves, he looks decent, innit? But when he plays in the big boy games, he looks dead. And against dead teams, Astana are dead, bro. Do you know what I mean? Then that tells me that even if he went out on loan to a League One team, you'll still struggle, bro. Because Astana, bro, they're not League One, fam. They're dead food. Do you know what I mean? And he got a new deal off the back of that. But Angel can't even get a 20-minute run out. Like, it's a joke thing.
Angel played in that game, actually, to be fair. But yeah. But that's what I mean. It's a joke, bro. You know what I mean? It's down to the manager's preferences, isn't it? He prefers Pereira to run around and kick people, than an actual technical baller, Angel, because he's small, bro. That's what it is. Well, hopefully we get to see some signs of it when football returns and get him to give it a chance. I saw Mark tweet and say that he was definitely staying because there was some podcast with him and Chong. I haven't watched it yet, but for Mark to tweet that on top of it, I don't know if he's being sarcastic or
no. But I told you Angel will stay because he loves the club and he doesn't want to go.
But that's mad though, because he should want to play. Yeah, he's got to play. I mean. And that's the thing where you always say there's no sentiment in football, but sometimes players do think like that. And I don't know if he gets a nice contract and can still stay local and doesn't mind trying to fight it out for a little bit, then maybe. But like you said, I think from him, I think he should.
He can sign a new deal and still leave later on, innit? Like I think that because seeing the kind of player he is, innit? Like you can't be short of confidence to play the game the way he does. He probably thinks, you know what, I'll get my chance in it if I keep doing it. Like I'll prove my worth in it. But you know what I mean? That's just I respect it, bro. You know what I mean? Me personally, my personality, I told Ollie to go suck his you know what, and then I'll be gone, fam.
If he was doing that to you.
No way, bro. Angel's different. He's different, bro. Like there's certain players, that are good, and there's certain players that have like star quality, innit? He's got star quality, bro. You just got to see some of the goals and the assists that this guy's getting, Man's wearing the armband and you can't get a game, and then you're getting guys, that weren't even like the talk of the town, bruv, getting promoted before you. Like I remember when Chong came into the club, when we signed him and that, and I wasn't that excited. And even now, he don't excite me, bro.
I think Chong, I'll be honest now, Chong was in the under-23s. He was doing the thing of running past people like they're not there.
But it was
He was doing it. He was doing it. To be fair,
he was never ahead of Gomez. Both
of them, Gomez and Chong were the stars in that thing.
He was never ahead of Gomez, bro.
I wouldn't say ahead, but he was good. He was good like that. He was good.
He looks decent even in the reserves now, but he looks decent.
That's what I mean.
Bro.
That's his level.
Like he scored a goal the other day, and Gomez played some wavy.
A wicked ball through, yeah.
That pass from Gomez made the goal, bro. It made the goal.
But this is what I'm saying. It's not like Chong was shit in the reserves. He's not. He's a wicked player.
He's playing above his level. Do you know what I mean? Because he looks like he's got a bit of pace in the reserves because he's playing with kids, bro. But when he plays in big man football, he don't look quick no more. You know what I mean?
I don't. Do you know what? This Chong. Put it in the comments, guys. Let's see what you guys think about.
Man looks like a flat track bully in the reserves. When he comes to big man football, he looks out of his depth, bro.
But again, the only thing he still does have on his side, which he is actually young. Maybe he can bulk up. Maybe he can learn the game. Maybe he can acclimatise. Maybe now he has got his deal and he knows he's staying, as in Chong. Maybe we might see a different Chong. Maybe we get a new manager. You don't know, and we see something different from Chong. I don't think he's garbage. Like you're done with him. Like you're done with him, innit? But I don't think he's garbage.
I don't think he's garbage, but I just don't
think he's played well.
I don't see star quality in, man. I don't see it. Like I just keep it all the way 100, innit, bro? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't have to say it nicely because genuinely, like when I see something in a ball, I'll be like, cool, I see something. With him, I don't see anything, bro. I just see another left-footed player. That's it, bro. That's all I see, bro. Like even when I look at Ethan as well, Laird, he's cold, bruv. He's better than Brandon Williams, fam. But Brandon is in the team and he's not, fam.
How do we know he's better than Brandon Williams? How do you know that? Brandon Williams was captain when he was in there. He's been there, earned his stripes, come in and done well. How do you know he's better?
On God, yeah. You see, when you see ballers with star quality, you just know, bro. Like,
so you know, you're saying you already know that Ethan Laird's better than Brandon Williams.
Oh, yeah, he is, bro. I'm telling you, fam.
I would say I don't know because I haven't seen Ethan Laird play as much.
I would say I know, blood.
How do you know that? You can't say you know that.
From when I was,
we got a crystal ball.
Bro, when I was young, yeah, and I've been watching United Reserves on MUTV, bro. Like, I always see these ballers, and you can always see who just looks different, Flex, blood. Different. I'm not talking about that functional player that just, yeah, he will give you 7 out of 10s and that. Cool, them men are good, innit? They're like your Gary Nevilles and your Jamie Carragher's. These men are not special footballers, innit? They're not. But when you see special ballers, like Giuseppe Rossi was one, yeah, and he was very unlucky with injuries, but he was special, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's certain men that are just special.
Yeah, but then look where his career went then.
Injuries,
I know, like,
blood. You can't,
I know injuries and it's the same mentality. There's so many things, but just because you have the talent.
Injuries,
no, but listen to what I'm saying. Just because you have the talent, we've seen many times that doesn't mean anything. Ravel Morrison, then that means hold on. On the Ravel Morrison thing, hold on 1 second. No, what I'm saying, no, just let me make my point. The comments are gonna go off in a minute. You won't let me finish. Let me finish my point.
Because you're chatting shit, blood.
How? No, because you're saying you've seen man in the no, I'm not chatting shit because you're saying you've seen man in the reserves and you know he's better than this man, he's better than this man, he's better than this man. What I'm saying is the fact that actually, until they get it to the highest level, you don't really know how good they're going to be. You don't know if he's better. We don't know, is what I'm saying. How?
Bro, in football, if you're
because Chong was wicked in the reserves, bro, and now look, you're saying he's shit in the thing.
In football, if you're better than the other guy, yeah, and the other guy gets an opportunity and you don't, that doesn't mean that he's better than you. It means he got the opportunity.
Yeah, it could be luck. I agree with that.
Now we're talking about Ravel Morrison, yeah. It wasn't talent, yeah, that he didn't get where he is. So you're moving the goalpost. I'm talking about if you put two of these players in the exact same environment, one's better than the other, you will see that, blood. I'm telling you. If Ethan had the amount of opportunities that my man had, I'm telling you, Ethan's clear of, man, bro.
So what do you think? So what do you think? What do you think the reason is that he's not getting an opportunity,
bro? Like obviously, managers like different players. If McTominay, if McTominay wasn't a Mourinho type player, we never know. He might not have got the opportunity, bro. He had the stature that Mourinho liked, and even when Mourinho brought him through, he wasn't using him the right way. But Mourinho brought him through because he liked his stature, bro. He liked big players, bro. That's why McTominay got through at that time. That's all it is. Sometimes it's just down to the manager liking you, bro.
I don't disagree that it's about preference, but to bust in football, you need a mixture of everything. You need a mixture of luck. You need a mixture of ability, talent, mentality, everything. I get that. But what I'm saying is I just don't see how you could 100% know that Brandon Williams is not as good as Ethan Laird already. Or you know he's better. You know Laird's better.
Not as good as, because I don't want to.
No, but you're so sure. You're so sure.
I don't want to minimize him because he's a good player. But
yeah, he is.
Special, bro. There's a difference between a good player and a special player. Like I see Carragher talking, saying how he used to play up front. Never in your life was you a wavy striker. I don't care. You got no feet, bro.
But you're basing it off. But what I'm saying is, Rants, this is what I mean. Why I get confused with how you comment to that, yeah? Because you're basing Ethan Laird off being sick, yeah, off playing in the reserves because he hasn't played first team football. So how can you be sure of that? Is what I'm asking you. How? The same way how Chong looked very good in under-23s. You said it yourself that he's running through people and he's come to the first team, and you're saying that he don't look good. So that shows that.
But anyone that understands the nuances in football can see why certain men just look wavy. It's just like when Lukaku was younger and you saw old videos of him playing and he was like twice the size of everyone. I never looked at him and said, "Oh, he's a wavy baller." I was like, he's just killing them because he's just bigger than them. And because he never had to work on his touch, then because he was bullying, man, you saw that he didn't have one when he got into the big man game. But he's still bullying, man, because he's a freak of nature. As an athlete, he's a beast, bro. But there's certain things, that actually translate well into the men's game and certain things don't, innit? When you're young, pace is not enough. Theo Walcott done the same thing at Southampton. Burners, scoring bare goals. And you go into men's football, come up against a smart centre-half, and all of a sudden, your pace ain't worth what it used to be, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Trong's brain isn't the reason why he's scoring goals and doing well in the reserves. And if you don't have a football brain, you better have some pace, blood. And you don't even have that, really.
So if Ethan Laird started at right back every game, yeah, instead of Wan-Bissaka, let's say, just put it out there as an argument, yeah, as an example. And well, do you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. We agree that that's not going to happen. But let's just say.
So why didn't they bring Ethan through, but they brought Brandon through? Because it's a preference thing, bro. Maybe Brandon runs harder and kicks more men. That's what Ollie likes. But us men that watch the reserves about Ethan, bro.
Yeah, listen. I am not saying for one thing that Ethan Laird's not good from what I've seen in the reserves. I'm just saying because he looks very wavy in the reserves, and even a couple of little appearances he had. I think he started against, was it Rochdale at home or one of them teams? I remember he started a game this year at Old Trafford. Could have been the Astana return leg. I can't remember. He started against Astana away anyway, and I was impressed with him against Astana away as well. But then, you know, what's the centre back's name? Deshaun is his name, isn't it? I can't remember his name. The young centre back anyway, and he scored an own goal. He scored an own goal against Astana. That's like saying he's 100% better than Tuanzebe when we don't know, and when Tuanzebe's been out there on loan and. Because he might look solid.
He centre half, yeah. Even before he went out in Aston Villa, Bearman said, "Boom, you just know with Axel in it, he's going to be a baller." Bro, sometimes you could just tell he's a special player, bro. Remember when he clarted, what is it, Alexis Sanchez?
Oh, he had him in the back pocket, even though we lost that game 2-0, yeah.
Bro, like certain men are special, bro, and they just step into the game and it looks like they've always been there, innit?
Well, you know what? I know Ethan, to be fair, sorry, I was just seeing the news there. I know Ethan, he's been injured a lot, so maybe that was one of the reasons why at that time, you know, and that's what you talk about luck. If he didn't get, you know, injury at that time, then.
But this is what I'm saying. Maybe not. There's a lot more about that luck and whether the manager likes you more than your ability, bro. Like your ability is probably the last thing that comes into it. A manager could sign you, and then get sacked, bro. I know players that it's happened to.
I just, you know what it is. I just, for me now, yeah. I don't know whether it's through experiencing certain things by either talking to players or talking to other media people or just other fans, really. And you know when you just. I listen to a lot of opinions sometimes, and if I hear some stuff that resonates, I think, you know what, I could probably think through things a bit differently and that. And where I'm like a reserve judgment a bit more is where I've started to learn that, like, I think as fans, yeah, sometimes it's easy that when there's a player doing all right or a player who might not be doing all right because they're in bad form, I think sometimes we're quick as fans to go, this player's shit, we need something different. Or another player comes in and we say, this player is definitely better than. And I take it back to the Luke Shaw and Williams thing. Now, I know, obviously, you've criticised Luke Shaw a load of times, but you would still say, yeah, defensively, I've got no problems with Luke Shaw. However, I think going forward, X, Y, Z. I remember at the time, and this is not take away from Brandon Williams, because at the time, in a form thing, he was playing better than Luke Shaw and probably deserved his little run that he got. But then I think as fans, sometimes it was a bit easy to slip into Luke Shaw is definitely not as good as Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams should start every game, 38 games, Luke Shaw shit. Like, do you see what I'm saying? And I think that's where I've kind of stepped back to say, even with the Mason thing, 100%, I think Mason Green was brilliant. Like, and I was saying he should start more games. He should start every game. We should do this. He should do that. Actually, he's young. Let's just wait. Like, he's not. Is he better than Martial in number 9? We don't know that yet. Maybe that's a bit premature. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I think it's important that we kind of just step back sometimes and just look at it and be patient. Like, sometimes it is just about form. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, but then again, context is everything, and that's why when certain fans say, "Oh, this player is better than that player," I'm like, "Yeah, based on what, bro? Like, what parameters are you using to judge who's better in it?" Because Brandon's never been better than Luke Shaw, but he was in better form. Like I said on the last show when we were picking the teams. The reason why Brandon was starting is because Luke Shaw was playing bad, bro. It wasn't because Brandon through, and then Luke Shaw got sat down. Luke Shaw was playing crap, bro. Like, he was in terrible form, innit? Attacking wise, he's better than Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw don't offer us enough going forward, but defensively, you can't see Luke Shaw, bro. This is the problem, innit? So like, I want an attacking left back, but at the same time, I want an attacking left back that can defend. So overall, I will sacrifice the attacking left back for a left back that can defend. That's why Luke Shaw has to play ahead of him. But they're both incomplete left backs. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just it's your preference, isn't it? If you like attacking fullbacks that can't defend, cool, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Ollie Chadwick says, you missed 2 of my super chats, but I'm sorry about that. Me and Rants just getting in a heated debate there. So I missed the super chats. The same with Matt as well. You've missed 2 of my super chats. Apologies there. I'm just trying to find them. They're not there anymore. Apologies. Just type them in, guys, and I'll make sure I get them back for you. Apologies. But yeah, Laird and Williams have potential, says Layla. Absolutely. Splasher says Anthony Martial is our best forward.
Yes.
And I agree with that. You just look at the consistency that he can produce, and when he gets into clinical positions, you know, you wouldn't bet against him scoring. Although it's weird though, because you'd say he's our best forward, but then you could say that technically Rashford might have the biggest impact at times because he's so direct and just goes at people. Do you know what I mean? But for sure, when it comes to footballing ability, brain power, IQ, Martial's just silky smooth with it. And to be fair, they're just both really good players. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we just need them both in our team. And when they play together,
it's a different level.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see those other comments. Jeremy Stone says Greenwood over Tony. I can see says Greenwood over Tony, he says.
What do you mean? Nah.
Just in chat, he's saying he prefers Greenwood to Martial.
Fair enough. No, I hear that. I hear that. In terms of just finishing, cool. I can hear an argument for that. But in terms of all round game, Greenwood's all round game's nowhere near Tony's. Like nowhere near it. Like Greenwood's got a lot to learn, like outside of the box, but inside the box he's ridiculous, bro. You just I've never seen anything like it, bro. Like he's an assassin, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Martial is just clinical, but Greenwood's ruthless, bro. Like every time he gets the ball, he wants to just get out his feet and get a shot off, innit? Like, you don't get Tony. Tony wants to link the play and do nice things, innit? Greenwood just wants to just score.
It's just shoot on sight, innit? Like that's what I keep saying. It's almost like how quickest can I get this ball out my feet and in that net? Like it's that simple.
Yeah, I get that. In terms of finishing, yeah. And that's why, like, again, context is everything. You got to be specific in football. I would never just say so-and-so is better than so-and-so, bro. You need to tell me why, innit?
Fair enough. Mari says your live shows need to be a regular thing in the future. Respect for the contribution there as well. You know, it's interesting you say that because we've been saying we should do it like a live Flex and Rants for a while because it's so much more interactive and it gives people the chance to have their say. And when one of us says something that someone madly disagrees with or agrees with, it gives you a chance to kind of jump in with that. So we're going to look at doing that in the future for sure, man, because I think it's been brilliant. I'm doing that. Someone said, it's Key Brown here. There you go. Says, Flex, does Timothy and Axel have a future? You know what? Not Tuin Zabi. Foster Mensah's a weird one because it's like he never quite gets to have a chance. Like he's gone out on loans, Crystal Palace, Fulham, ended up getting injured, big injuries, and having big injuries so young can really stunt your development, especially at the highest level. We've seen earlier, especially under Van Gaal, that Fosu Mensah looks all right. He looks like he can do a job, you know, and with the Dutch national team as well. First team that is as well, playing in, Euros and that. Did he go to the World Cup? Yeah, so he did go to the World Cup.
He's a baller. However, I think that his career at the top level is over, bro. Because if you can't stay fit, you're done, bro. And that's what I was saying, bro. A lot of it's to do with luck. Fosu Mensah has the ability. His body won't allow him to reach his full potential, and I don't think he will, bro. So unfortunately.
And
Axel's a top player, isn't it? Like he's a top player. I think that outside of Maguire and Bailly, like he's our best centre back. I think he's better than Lindelof. I just think that he needs to play consistently to prove it. But I think he's got way more about him. He needs to get out and he's physical as well. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Victor lacks. He lacks the physicality. That's why he gets bullied a bit. Like you're not going to bully Twanzemi. Like it's not going to happen. You know
he's not. He is on it. I've seen him get out of some mad
situation. He can get out with his feet, but also he can bully his way out if he needs to. Just, do you know what I mean? Just lean on a man. So I think that Twanzemi's got a bright future at United. I think he will be. I don't know. It depends on what level we're trying to get back to. He can either be a very good squad player like a West Brown, or do you know what I mean? He could be our first team centre half, but he's definitely going to be in the first team squad.
I mean, Ollie, the fact that Ollie made that choice by sending out Chris Smalling and obviously having Phil Jones basically not even in the squad most of the time, showed that his number one backup, and obviously Bailly was injured for a long time, his number one backup, he's obviously shown faith in Axel. Otherwise, he would have just kept Smalling or sent Axel on loan again at Villa and said play again in the Prem. You know, but the fact that they stopped him, because he could have stayed one more year at Villa. Yes, they're in a relegation battle, but he could have got the experience of playing every single week next to a Tyrone Mings again. But the fact that they brought him back off that to play it, to be on the bench, really not be first choice, shows that they want him to be second in command, really, innit?
Yeah, for sure. And I think he'll do it. He'll do it. He's good enough. I don't see him moving on. That's for sure. So it just depends on when he gets the opportunity, because Solskjaer definitely favours Lindelof. He likes him a lot. So,
yeah.
You know
Fair play. Ollie Chadwick says we need to buy youngish players with a good footballing brain and quick attacking transition, like Dani Olmo, Adrian Rabiot, and Lautaro Martinez. I don't know. Rabiot was a weird one, because when he was on that free transfer last year, I thought, why are we not trying to get him? Man?
And he didn't play in it. So for me, bruv, there's something wrong with him, innit? Like, there's something wrong with him. Probably attitude thing.
They did say about the attitude thing, but
we've been hearing
people question Rashford, Martial's flipping attitude all the time, and he just look how good he is. So
but you never got that from his previous club. You see, with that whole attitude thing, innit? Like, you have to think, where's this coming from? This is coming from the English media, because even Pogba and them things there, when he was in Italy, that man never spoke about his attitude not once, bruv. They'll welcome him back at Juve with open arms. So the attitude thing comes from the press here, innit? Same with Martial. There's certain players that they're just known for their attitudes, bro. Do you know what I mean? Everywhere. Like your Ben Arthurs and these, man. No matter where they go, it never works out, innit? Like, that's when you can look at players like that. Do you know what I mean? But, like, Radio, definitely there's something going on, because he went Juve, didn't even make an impact.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, because he's a good player. This is from Kian Quinn or Kyan Quinn. I used to have a student called Kian Quinn. Don't know if it's him. Where do you see McTominay in 5 years? Last question before we wrap this up, guys. Where do you see him in 5 years, man?
I don't know, bro. Like, he could still be at United as a squad player, or he could easily be at West Brom, bro. You know the ones, you just don't know. You know what I mean?
I think he'll be at United as a squad player.
Yeah,
I think I see him there. I honestly, to put a bit of respect towards McTominay, I know you can't get carried away, but I think he showed real good character, man. Good character. Where he first came onto the scene, yes, not into a great squad, but I used to say I don't know what he's good at, because we wanted to see, and I think he's shown us what his attributes are. I used to say I just don't really know what he does, and he's definitely shown what he can give. I think he's very mobile, gets around the pitch well, can win the ball back very well, can travel with the ball well and drive, and actually gets into good, like, shooting positions. Like, he gets into, like, do you know what I mean? Edge of the box, like the goal against Arsenal, good third man runs. Never putting him in the same breath as Lampard, but I'm saying the way he arrives at the edge of the box or in attacking situations, it's good to him. At the beginning, I thought he was just a defensive midfielder, like a Declan Rice, just sit there, screen the back four, play left and right. He is actually more of a box-to-box midfielder.
He is a box-to-box. That's the problem is, when Jose brought him through and wanted him to be something else, we only saw him for what Jose wanted him to be, and it wasn't good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now he's playing with a bit more freedom, and he's being able to express himself a bit more. You're seeing that actually there is something in there.
Yeah. It's
not X factor, but it's enough. Like,
100%. And he's at a point where our midfield had not a lot in it. He gave it some substance and made an integral part for himself, where when he wasn't playing, I know just before he got injured, he had a little bit of a dip. But before that, he was superb. It was like we was actually saying, boy, without McTominay, we're going to be struggling. I know Matic coming down his thing, but you know, it was one of them. Someone, Joker Dan says, you know, the new Fletcher, maybe not just because of the Scottish thing, but that kind of, do you know what I mean?
I think he's like Fletcher, bro. A lot like Fletcher, but he shoots better. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's got a bit more physically about him as well. Fletcher had he would nibble at people, but McTominay will put you in a wheelchair if he needs to. Innit?
He is on it, You need that grit. He's got that determination, that nastiness.
Yeah, the same kind of player. He'll be like a squad player, like away from home when you need the grit, when you need the engine. He'll be your Fletcher, innit? Like your Fletcher. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a room in a squad for everyone like that. And I said Jesse's the same. Like Jesse, for me, what we used to bring Park in for, that's what I bring Jesse in for, some of them games, bro. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that his form's not great. But I don't think that he's not good enough to be a squad player for us, because our squad's not that good, bro. Like, if he's not good enough to be a squad player for us, then we should be challenging for everything.
Fair play. It's the last one. S. Laura says, Flex, where do you see Ollie in 5 years? I'll ask Rants that second because I know where he'll see Ollie in 5 years. I actually see Ollie one of two places in 5 years. I don't see him as manager in 5 years. Definitely not that. I say definitely not that, but I just don't see that. I see Ollie either back at Mulder or around that level if it didn't work out, or I see him within United. I see him doing something upstairs in United. I see him doing. I see them finding a role for him to just be around the club, whether that's a technical director or something like that. If the baton gets passed, Rant, you probably see him in retirement or tying someone's shoelaces or something.
I could be managing the Norwegian national team or something, bruv. Who knows, innit? But nah, man. Like after he leaves the manager's job, if they give him another job at the club, like, then I know that it's Sentiment FC in it, man. Man are not serious. We need to stop giving people jobs just because they know the club and give it to them on merit. That's step number one in any business, yeah. If you want to get something done, bro. Do you know what I mean? In life, there's a saying: you get what you pay for, innit? That's it, bro. You don't give people jobs to do because you know them, innit? You go and get the best people if you want the best job done, innit? So there's no other role in the club apart from reserve manager that he's qualified to do, bro, because he's done it before. Everything else, it's all like, you can't just give him no technical director or like some other thing. Nah, bro, like none of that, man. Man ain't got the paperwork for that. Do you know what I mean? So we need to stop giving people these token jobs, bro. Like, the only ex-player now that we could really go get is Van der Sar, like, that could come in and do an elite level job because he's an elite level at what he's doing. Everyone else, I don't even want to hear their names in the conversation, bro.
Well, there's probably a lot of people doing these jobs as well that we don't know the names of. I'm not going to profess to know all these guys, but people, the people who recruit at flipping RB's Salzburg ain't bad, are they? Leipzig ain't bad. Do you know what I'm saying? The people who are recruiting at, I don't know, let's say Bayern Munich, getting young players in, they're not bad, are they? So I don't know the names of these people, but obviously they're doing well in their field. Listen, we come to the end of the show, but before we go, it's all about obviously staying isolated, staying indoors, and keeping the time ticking and keeping occupied. Let's talk about a few box sets quickly to finish off, man. What you been watching? What's been ticking in your fancy? Any recommendations for the people?
I'm watching Queen of the South now. Like, finally got to it.
Banging program. Teresa Mendoza,
bad bro. Bad series. You get me? So I'm watching that.
You watched Ozark yet?
To watch the new Ozark, and I need to watch the latest Money Heist as well, because I'm up to date with.
You see Money Heist? It's all in subtitles, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. Watch it in
Spanish. That's what put me off.
Watch it in Spanish, bro, with like the English subtitles. I swear, like, it's way better. I watched the first episode.
Watch it in Spanish. Why would it be better in that?
Because that's the native tongue in it. So like, you can feel the emotion when the
right.
You don't. It's rubbish, bro. Like,
so click it and change it to Spanish.
Change it. Watch it
and put subtitles in English.
Bro, I swear it's everything, bro. It's just like Narcos.
Okay. I was gonna say Narcos. I've been watching that, so yeah. I started that back again.
Spanish, bro. I swear to you. Ridiculous.
I watched that Tiger King thing. I wasn't really. It's crazy. It's mad. But I don't know. I wouldn't rush to watch it. I wouldn't say everyone has to see that. I watched The Stranger. That's good.
What's the
that's English.
With the weird Hulk Hogan moustache, innit? That man keeps seeing on the timeline. Nah, that's not English. Hey,
listen, he's bonkers. He's
his sister and that man ain't watching that, bro.
It's a mad thing as well. Homeland is another one. I definitely suggest people watch that. That's good. I haven't finished that.
Season 4 or something.
Yeah, definitely. Paul Robinson says The Outsider. I'm gonna try that. TC Singh agrees. Stranger was fantastic. Watch Messiah. Someone just said there. Is that on Netflix? If it is, I'll give that a watch as well. So yeah. Listen, you got us to basically nearly 2,000 views. That was brilliant. Keep isolated, keep safe, everyone. And smash a like on a video and appreciate it, man. We'll see you guys same time, same place next week. We still got a lot of different interviews coming up, some really exciting ones this week as well. I know you guys really enjoyed the Troy Deeney one. That was cold. Really appreciate that. Rants, big up the socials.
Rants and Bants on Twitter and Instagram, and also Rants and Bants and Twitch official on Twitch, boy, which I'm going over now, boy.
Yeah, you're twitching, ready to get going, innit? Look at you, can't wait.
GTA, blood. I'm going to play GTA high settings, bro. Man,
Okay,
okay.
Love that. I'm Flex UTD across all of the socials as well, and check out my YouTube channel as well, the Flex. Make sure you guys head over to there. And more important than all of that, make sure you guys subscribe to United channel, smashing likes on the video and sharing. We'll see you guys same time, same place next week for the Flex and Rant show. Peace.